Alright, so going over this video, uh, forget about that, is what the hell is the purpose of Derpmania? In a nutshell, without any amazing editing around this time, is, what do I want to call it? We'll just get some basis. I remember a video with Elon Musk in some sort of interview or whatever. He's like, oh, I could have spent my life designing the perfect house. Well, since he's already doing the major priorities in life, and I'm only 21 years old, and I am working on things to make money so I could eventually start doing multi-billion-dollar projects and building new infrastructure and going to the next solar system and all that fun stuff. In the meantime, because I can and I have the time and I have the passion for it, with cooking and then just looking at this page, let's just go over everything. Um, yeah, I just want to be the basis foundation for this next level of like getting humanity um, to prosper. Really, I mean, no matter what you do, no matter how much success you have, no matter how much money you have and whatnot, you'll never be satisfied. That's just the human problem. I mean, but I don't want to die, so there's no point in delving into that in the meaning of life. So, if you reference us versus the Romans versus even 200 years ago, I mean, the Romans were very advanced technical. I don't know too much about history. I know the good cliff notes of history and stuff, and I have a general grasp, but I don't actually know details. But like they had the proper concrete, foundation, society, food. They were very prosperous for a while, and so is the U.S. currently, kind of, whatever. But when you look at humanity now in the last 100 years, last even 40 years, is that everyone nowadays, at least in the US, not like everywhere across the world, but it's getting pretty damn close. No one's really dying of famine. No one's necessarily starving. I mean, is the food they're eating maybe problematic and other issues? Fine. And they're actually like 50%, 50 or 60% of America is like obese or overweight, and then 30% obese, whatever the hell it is, but it's extreme. Practically everyone nowadays across the whole world lives with air conditioning, in-home heating, like actual like electric heating, not just wood furnaces and stuff. You have instantaneous messaging across the whole world, and then over the next few years, it's eventually going to be where no matter where you are in the world, no matter what you're doing, like right now, currently, it's moved essentially at this point. You can, whether you're on a boat or an airplane or this and stuff, and most of it's thanks to Starlink in the recent months. But prior to that, if you were on an airplane, you would not be able to contact anyone or have internet. Um, so that's getting resolved very, very soon. And then also because of Starlink, and there are services prior to it, but they were so outrageously expensive, no one could really afford it. But being able to access internet from literally anywhere in the world and affordable, that's the difference. And it's affordable. Um, but just like we're relative to even 100 years ago, we're very spoiled. We have air conditioning. We have, yes, they had cars back then, but the way we have cars now, at least in the U.S., we have our highway system. Yes, there's traffic and this and that. But internet, air conditioning, computers, phones in your pocket. Well, not phones, computers in your pocket. I mean, nowadays, yes, we call them phones still out of um, its previous purpose. But yes, it is still a phone at the same time. But you know what I mean. Um, just these are just some of the big things, and then it's just crazy. But I like to delve into the nuance, and like Elon Musk said, he could spend time to make perfect code. Well, I want to work on that type of stuff for the time being of the next few years because I got nothing better to do but research and fine tuning and shit. Fun one that you can see I'm currently wearing is headphones with a wire to the sub pack. I mean, this is just my own nerdy little thing, but it's literally a bass subwoofer on my back. Only major problem they run into is that um, when this was made 6, 7 years ago, I'm going to say between 2016 and 2018, I bought this 6 years ago. But you didn't have Bluetooth 5.0, and neither of these two devices, which are separate companies, um, had Bluetooth 5.0 capabilities then. And the only major issue you're running into is you have a fucking wire going between your headphones and your sub pack. So you can't use AirPods and the sub pack at the same time, which is a little annoying. That should be fixed in the next, what do I call it? Revelation, not revelation, next iteration, next production run, whatnot. I'm just leaving this all here on the screen so you can go over some of the things that I've written down. I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds of ideas. Half of them are stupid. I mean, like, not necessarily stupid, but they only apply to a very small amount of people who are very particular about this or that. But just to go over it really quick. First one, I mean, look, everyone knows about fat loss, and then I don't like this about websites, but it's probably necessary. But you want to have ads, or they get outdated or stuff. But the thing is, it's hard to like get a calculator for. It's not hard, but like it takes a few seconds, and then it doesn't have all the features I like. But like when you're trying to look up a mortgage calculator, or a car loan calculator, or a credit card calculator, or a fat loss calculator, like being like, oh, because the thing is that you can't just use the BMI charts and shit. So you got to go, okay, this person is this height. This person has this bone structure. They're much wider or much smaller, narrower. You got to go between men and women because a woman at 15% body fat looks way leaner than a man at 11 or 12% body fat. And then there's all these different factors. So the fat loss calculators out there aren't too great. So I'm eventually going to be doing that. Best bathroom design. I mean, look, I still don't use bidet yet. I used it once when I traveled to Egypt. But yes, bidets are, yeah, they're worth it, but I haven't done it yet. Squatty potty, I mean, it's just scientifically just watch the ad. Heated flooring, who doesn't want heated flooring? Heated mirrors, yeah, it's foggy. Also, I wear glasses, so it's a fucking pain in the ass every time you walk outside and it condensates, blah, blah, blah. Yes, heated mirrors are nicer, and that's for people even without glasses. Filtered water, I mean, you should just filter the water in your whole house, but that's a $7,000 system or whatnot. You could buy the $500 ones that go in these specific sinks or ones for your shower. I've looked at all the ones for the showers. I've even tested out one. Just the affordability isn't there, and this, so you'd have to actually get a whole house water system in order to make it affordable. In my case, um, stone bath mat saw it on Amazon. I mean, this was like a year and a half ago when people started like going down the trend of putting Amazon things on TikTok, and it became really, really popular before it became overloaded. And now it's just stupid nowadays because everyone's doing it. But the stone bath mat, I mean, the way I clean it, it's not that great. But as you see here, um, oh, actually, I didn't even write it here. But the main good reason behind it is because if you ever had those cloth ones, at least in my case, maybe I'm just an idiot, I don't put the proper thing, but those cloth mats, I fucking slipped on those fuckers 30, 40 times, and I feel like I'm gonna fucking hit my head and die in the bathtub. I'm stepping on the. So yeah. Instant hot water. I mean, who wouldn't want instant hot water? The only problem with those units, electrical water heater units, is that means that's more failure points because either you could have one really well built one in your garage, but then you have a water line that goes from your garage to your bathroom. If you're right next to the bathroom, when like that utility sink you always have in your garage. I mean, some people have it. It's like bam, hot water. And then when you have your fucking shower or faucet that's all the way across the house, you have to wait. I've moved for a few houses. Some of them it's like 10, 15 seconds. Some of them literally like 3, 4 fucking minutes. Like what the fuck is even the point? And by the time it gets there, it's not even that hot. It's just lukewarm. It's like what the absolute fuck. Air conditioned. Personally, I just want to have an personal air conditioner in every single room because why the fuck not? Like, when you're standing up in a room or like a kitchen, you're being a little active. You want to have it closer to 68, 67. But say you're sitting in your office and you've been sitting in that chair for years and well, not hours and hours during the day. You're not really having that much activity. Maybe the computers are a little hot because I don't know, but you want to have it closer to 72, 73. It's more comfortable. In my case, I actually am standing here on my computer. So in this case, I actually would bring it from 72, 73 back down to 68, 70. But just having that flexibility. So if I had all the money in the world and all the ability, I'd put 1-ton AC units in each individual room, and then you'd be able to manipulate it to exactly what you would want at that hour that day from your phone while sitting down wherever the whatever fuck. Yeah. Capability to have a time wrap or flooring and room air conditioner. That's just more about sustainability and just like it's a small, really small feature. So when you do mass production and stuff, whenever you add another part, it's only a few extra cents here and stuff. But it'd be really nice, and I've seen it off and on with smart homes and shit. But the ability to have air conditioners turn off, not necessarily turn off all the way, but like if you're out and you're on vacation or something for a week or two, you would want to have your air conditioner closer to 80 degrees as long as you don't have any pets in the home because it uses significantly a lot less energy. Just be more efficient with life. Not that it's going to really hurt the world, but just we only got so much energy, so much resources. Might as well just be useful while doing it. I'm still gonna be like with all the shit I want to do. I will compared to the average person right now. I will use almost double the amount of electricity compared to them. But when I do it, I'm gonna be extremely efficient, and that'll make me more efficient. I'll be more productive. Just get more out in life, and I'll balance it out. Heated towels. Who the hell does want a heated towel itself? Built-in wall refrigerator. I don't know. I just thought of it because the thing is, walls are 2x4, mostly 2x4s, unless it's a load-bearing wall, and then it's 2x6 or 2x8 or something. But it'd just be nice. You have like a recessed refrigerator wall. If you want to start a company and do that, it's really hard for the marketing and being able to get people to do it and installing and running electrical lines and this and that. There's so many issues with it that I don't really know if it's practical to even be able to sell it in any real regard. You'd have to market it 10 times what you actually cost to make it, but it's because you have almost no one buying it, and there's going to be issues, and they're going to buy it, and they're going to be like, oh, it doesn't work, but it's not because it doesn't work. It's just they don't know. It's such a special product. People don't understand it, and they probably never will. So you're going to need a special electrician or this or that. I always hear stories about electricians talking about this or that. Turns out like half the people in the world are fucking morons, including me. It just depends what you're a moron in. I'm gonna cut this. I'll be back in a minute because I'm making a mistake. So where were we? Built-in refrigerator, yeah. I said towel heater again. Forget about that. Laundry chute is like, if you're upstairs. I don't know. Laundry chutes look cool. I mean, I've seen that one with the vacuum. I never really did much research into it, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. I don't know how practical it is. I literally just have a hamper. My bathroom is not connected to my bedroom, but the thing is, like, it's right next to the door to my bedroom, so I have a hamper right outside my bedroom and bathroom. So I just put my shit in the hamper, and then once a week take it to the laundry. I mean, it's not a big deal. Who the fuck cares? Wall shampoo holder. Actually, I did buy that. That's actually pretty nice because the thing is that every time you have to bend down to get your shampoo or your soap or whatnot, I have tile walls, so why not? You actually get the suction cup shampoo holder. The suction cups nowadays, like I mean, finally after years, probably fucking learn. These much larger suction cups. I mean, they still have their problems, but the difference is between this large, nice one and those teeny tiny regular ones. Like about like the really cheap ones that you usually see on shit. They actually like fucking hold shit for once, and they're great, and they don't like start to build up mold on them. At least I can't see it. I don't know. It has like a little thing on it, whatever. But it's so much fucking better. Um, so that's really nice. Like I still fucking drop the soap all the time, but that's besides the point. But it's just, I don't have to bend down. I don't know. It hurts my back a little bit right here. So why not? It's helpful. You just grab right there. It's waist height. You can put it wherever the fuck you want. Tile wall. I have the same thing for my phones. I can put my phone right there. And then also, at least in my case, I think most people are like this. You like to take showers at least between 10 and 15 minutes. I mean, I used to have this problem where I was so fucking sleepy. I hated waking up like at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. for school and work and stuff. But I would go in the shower and I'd be in there for 30 to 40 fucking minutes. Just like, I'm literally just sleeping against the wall or whatnot. I just physically did not want to get out of that fucking shower. So I'm still kind of used to that. I think it's just nice to have a 10 to 15-minute shower. But in that case, I actually put my toothpaste and I use a water pick. I don't like using floss. And while I'm in there, just staying there for 10, 15 minutes. I'm not leaving no matter what. So I might as well brush my teeth while I'm in there. I might as well do the water pick while I'm in there, shampoo, conditioner, and all that stuff. So, just making up for it, or be on my phone, or this or that. I don't care. So you should get that. Inside shower mirror. In my case, I do wear glasses. I wear contacts on occasions, like when I'm going to the beach, or I'm going to a theme, like Universal or SeaWorld. I'm here in Orlando. We want. I'm really blind. Like negative 5.25 right now. I'm actually working on a theory. I made another video about it, but I used to be -6. Technically, it's -6.5. But when you go on a ride, or just even when you're going to the beach or stuff, like when you're blind as me and you take off your glasses, you literally can't see someone's face even if they're 2 or 3 feet from you. I mean, you can make them out, but I can't see the details or features of your face if you're more than 2 feet from me. So it kind of ruins the aspect of going on the ride and stuff. So I put contacts in, and I might as well put it in while I'm in the shower. I gotta grab my steak. I'll be back. Well, I'm not grabbing my steak. I'll be back again. I gotta flip it. So getting back to it. So caddy, shower rod. You have shower rods and it's like, they twist and turn. Well, the thing is that with mine, it keeps fucking falling. At least both in the previous place I lived in and the current place. So I went on Amazon. I found this little thing. So you stick right there to the wall, and like they're like a little like lip that comes out, and it stays on there. And it has a little curve, so it stays in the slot. And great, the fucking shower rod doesn't fall on me once or twice a month. Am I doing something probably wrong? Am I being a little too rough? Maybe, because also those hooks fall out of me almost every other day. But that's just because how I am. I'm just a ram or something. I don't know. But it solved that problem having a fucking shower rod hit your head. Weighted curtains. I mean, like these things. I don't know what the fuck it is. Like they kind of like pull in or like suck in when you have all the. I looked at like I never did the test, but I looked at people talking about it on Reddit or this or that. They're like, oh, the heat pulls it in with the draft and this or that. Well, I just got bought these also weighted magnet things that just go right down the bottom, and they keep the fucking thing like not perfect, but they keep it against the wall, so you're like you don't even have this much space in the top, and the fucking curtain like comes over like halfway, and like what the fuck, and it's like sticking to you. I mean, like you don't really go to the side, you just let it fucking stick to you. It's like, yeah, this is not comfy. Where you put the fucking lid on the fan, it fixes it. That one's a great one. Water pick, types of video, shrug video. This is just about how I can make time in my day. Because, you have to actually live your fucking life. You can't. This is the thing I've been trying to solve and, go on and on and on about. Is that how can you actually live a relatively balanced life? How can you be extremely successful and stay married and not have a divorce and not cheat and have a social life or this or that? I mean, personally, I don't really care about social too much unless it's about nerd shit. Not nerd shit, but stuff like this. This kind of nerd shit. I'm not a person who fucking watches. I've watched Star Wars. I've watched Star Trek. I've done this, but I'm never going to conventions. I'm not buying any of the paraphernalia. I'm not that kind of nerd. I'm a technical advancement nerd. Like I will do some of my things, but like obviously I'm just fucking wearing a sup over my back. But yes, I'm a nerd, just not that kind. Other things to buy. Dash cam. I mean, self-explanatory. I mean, car crash. Weather formats. I mean, this is helpful because I go to the beach. I don't clean my shoes. It gets muddy. It's Florida. I mean, it makes sense. Cup phone holder. I mean, I gotta put my phone somewhere. I have a truck, so I can't you can't mount the thing to the dash. When you put the phone holder up on the glass, the fucking suction cup fails every month or two. And you gotta put it back up. So this one goes into my cup holder, and it works decent. I mean, it's not too bad. It works for me. 12-volt DC to 120 volts. I mean, like, who doesn't want to be able to power things? I mean, most cars. I mean, as long as you're not getting a base model car, will actually already come with that, so it's not a concern anymore. But it's a thing. Videos on what to waste your money on. Screen protector. I mean, that's self-explanatory. Get a fucking screen protector your phone. I've cracked 3 or 4 phone screens over the last 10 years. Fingerbot. I bought one. It's just nice because some devices, like I bought. It's going to vary on every single device because how some devices have buttons, some devices have touch buttons, some devices have knobs to turn or this or that. Well, in the case, I bought a little insect catcher that goes in my room because every once in a while, flies get into your house and whatnot. Thing is, I actually already bought a type of module that goes into the wall and it turns on and off the power from the wall. So some devices like a light or something, you turn on the light, click the switch, bam, the light turns back on and whatnot. Like on a lamp, if you were to turn it on and then you were to plug it into the wall while it's on, it'll turn on. And if you unplug it from the wall, it'll turn off. But once you plug it back into the wall, it still turns back on. Well, in the case of this device, it has some sort of switch in there. So even though I turn on and off the power, once it turns off and you plug it back into the wall, it won't automatically turn back on. So I bought the little fingerbot thing, and it's just a little, it literally just a little clicker. So that worked. I mean, it's a very special case scenario, and also I bought a second one, and that one was $20. I got it a little bit cheaper off AliExpress, and that one didn't even work. I mean, it worked, but it couldn't connect to my phone because the main thing is you connect it to the phone to the app, so you can have it on a schedule. So my bug catcher turns on and off every day before I go to sleep and after I wake up. I set 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's only on when I want it to on. Because it has this little light on there, and I like having my room dark, so it's helpful and stuff like that. Air purifier. I mean, every single year between the months of approximately January to March, there's some sort of fucking pollen down here in Florida or just anywhere really, and I'm literally like a month or two straight of just I can't breathe through my nose at all. I can't sleep for a bed for shit. I have to breathe through my mouth, and I'm hacking and this and that. So I bought an air purifier from her. I probably need to buy two because obviously the one doesn't fully fix it. Because also even beyond that is I actually have to during that time I have to wash my sheets every single week. I wash it, but I'm not that crazy about it. But like before I go to bed every night during that month or two, I mean I don't follow it strictly, but in order to have a good night's sleep, I'd have the air purifier so none of the pollen gets into the room. Great, and if it does, it gets sucked up. Second one is before I get out into that bed, I take a shower because you get pollen on me throughout the day. If I'm working outside, I mow the lawn or this or that, and if that gets onto my bed sheets and my pillow, I will have to change my pillowcase, change my bed sheets, and get myself clean. And then after about an hour or two, my body will reset to like, oh, you can finally breathe again. Great. Um, so yes, air purifiers are nice. Extra chargers and plugs. I mean, I look, you can't see it, but I have three 4K monitors right now that I'm working off of. 32-inch monitor, two 32s, and a 28. These monitors combined are worth it cost me $1,100. But my family's more like tech family computers and stuff. We have a bunch of phones, computers, speakers, this, that. But you everyone runs into issues where they stole my phone charger. Oh, I don't have the brick, right? Whatever you want to call it. But just get in the habit. I mean, it's only a few extra bucks. You can buy. I just bought a 5-pack of 10-foot iPhone lightning cables for $7 off of Amazon, and they're 10 feet each, 5 of them. Yes, they break. They break. The cable every single month breaks in my house. But just always have extra cables and chargers. It's such a small amount of money relative to the hassle of being like, oh, you stole my phone charger or this or that. Literally just have so many fucking phone chargers and bricks in your house and no one can blame other people for stealing your shit because you just got extras in a fucking drawer. I mean, if you're the type of person who's like, this is mine, I don't want you touching mine, even if we both have the same exact thing. I mean, yes, you're gonna have problems then and there. But just always have extras, and then even beyond the people who steal shit indirectly or directly, and they just fucking lie about it. I don't know. It depends on the person, but you just have extras. You don't have to complain, or if you do complain, I mean, you don't have to have an issue where you're like, but I need it right now. Oh, can I borrow this right now? No, you just fucking go grab a new one. 11-ton light switch. We had a power outage, so I actually broke one of those things, like $40 a piece. But they're pretty nice. You can have them turn on and off. The motion sensor one's nice. There's always that weird hallways and stuff where it's nice to have a motion sensor. You don't want to have to turn it on and off. In the case of my mom specifically, every fucking day, even though all the lights in our house are now LEDs, which relative to an incandescent uses very little to no energy, relatively. I think a lot of people still have families where your parents are like, turn off the lights, you're wasting all the electricity or this or that, So having it be able to turn on and off automatically without any worries is pretty nice. Also, I put a humidity switch because supposedly in the bathroom you gotta turn on the fan thing that sucks all the air out because you don't want high humidity. So I put one in there. I think barely fucking works, but I mean it's just whatever. It's a nicety. It was like $15. So get it if you want, get it, don't get it. Shoe rack organizer. I bought some that's like a 7-tier one that just goes right outside my door to my bedroom. I keep like 7 pairs of shoes and boots and this and that. It's cheap, it's simple, and I just didn't have one for a while. Because you just have a bunch of shoes piling up on the floor, it makes it a little bit nicer. And then also put a fucking seat right next to the shoe rack so you can just immediately sit down. Yeah, it makes life easier. Also, I put my socks right next to the shoe rack too. I don't have my socks with my shirts and my pants and other stuff. I put it right next to the shoe rack, and I have like a 3-tier one. So I have my white socks, my white long crew socks that make me look like a fucking nerd because I am, and then I have my dress socks and my other socks, whatnot. A fancy pillow from Brian Johnson. I don't know. It's just a nice pillow. It's a little thick. It has this little curvature in the middle for your neck. And then also I bought on top of that, he said he just found the thinnest pillow possible. But there's this other company, like they sell you like a pillows that go to a pillowcase, like a thick one. But each one is like half an inch thick and you get 5 of them. So you get to choose, and I put that underneath my main pillow so you can have the exact height you want. Because you always have that thin pillow and that thick pillow, you want to get the right height, and every person's different and comfortability. So being able to do that. Now that's like an $80 endeavor. That the pillow with the curvature in it was $40, and then this other one's another $40. I mean, it's up to you. It's just when you got the cash on hand. Wireless phone charger. I just have it here on my desk, and it's better than having a cable flopping around. So I put the wireless phone charger in the back. The phone stands up, and you get to look at it. It is a little annoying with the wireless phone chargers because they don't charge nearly as fast, at least on an iPhone. I know the Androids are like double or triple the speed, but yes, I still do have an iPhone charger cable backup every once in a while, but I try to not use my phone as much throughout the day because I use my computer a lot. So most of the time, my phone is between 70 and 80% charged. The only issue you run into is out of those days in which you just like binge watch 3, 4 hours of TikTok or something. It kills your phone, and then you put in a wireless phone charger, and it fucking takes forever and a year to charge. But whatever. Automatic door closer. It's nice that that's also another issue. You left the door open, letting out all the air conditioning. Now, is it kind of true? Because I mean, most people are living paycheck to paycheck, but whatever. Yeah, you buy this little thing, you hook it up, and it just like closes the door. It's like $20, whatnot. So, don't get into it. I'm gonna make a dedicated video on it. But the point is, it closes the door. In some of the doors, it actually closes it until it clicks. In other cases, it just closes it and like leaves like a slight gap. But I mean, like it's better than getting yelled at, and it's just helpful. And then also, sometimes you're trying to close a door, but you don't want to slam it, but you just give it a little shove. Well, with these door closers, you just give it a little shove, and between your little shove and the door closer, it'll lock 90% of the time. Spare keys. I mean, it just makes sense. Always have fucking spare keys, and for your car. In my case, it's still a key car. It's a Toyota Tacoma, like literally a base model. Um, Keys, no push button, no remotes, like literally. So I have to have a spare key in case I lock that key or lose it or whatnot. Heavy duty car key ring. I just bought. They're like $6, $7. Those shitty rings where they're also constantly break and shit falls off. Just get a fucking heavy duty ring. It's not a big deal. Also, I put air tags. I made a really quick. So this is one of the very first videos. I'm on video 8 right now, including this one or something. But I have an air tag for my water bottle. I have an air tag for my AirPods because if you know anything, at least in my case, and a few of my friends' cases, the AirPods are really shitty on Find My iPhone. They'll say you've left them when they're literally in your pocket or you're actively using them. So I have a silicone case that goes on the AirPods, and then that has an AirTag on it. AirTag on my wallet. I mean, that was kind of used. In my case, I never really lose my wallet ever, but I just got it because I bought the 4-pack to save a little bit of money, so I needed to use it somewhere. And then an AirTag on my keys, of course. Meat probe. I like barbecue. The meat probe is just a wireless one that goes into the middle of your steak. Kind of useful. And then on auto grill, I haven't figured out yet. I have to go back to a regular grill, but like the auto grill cooks your steak really quickly, like under 5 minutes, and it's really high heat, 1500 degrees infrared. Auto grill is just a brand name. They call it infrared charbroiler or something grill, whatever. Still trying to figure it out, and also they're a little expensive, between 500 and 1,000 depending on which brand you get. It doesn't like it cooks inside right, but it doesn't give it the proper crisp yet. It's more or less a learning curve, but I just haven't figured it out yet. So I use it off and on. If I want to eat quick and I don't have time and stuff, I'll use it. But typically, if I'm laid back on that day or something, I'd actually cook on the regular grill, like today. Heat pad cramp. Okay, it's simple. I robot vacuum. I mean, I just like it because it doesn't actually do that great of a job. I still have to do some manual sweeping around places. Also, just some places, it's just kind of awkward for the robot. But it's just nice to just have a robot just vacuum every single day, and it keeps the place relatively clean. Electric toothbrush. Um, yeah, I don't know. I like it. I guess I don't know. Human for down below makes sense. But like therapy, haven't bought it yet. Theoretically, could help. Who knows? I'm gonna once I have the money to throw down $1,000 on one of the nice ones because I don't want to buy some of the cheap ones that may not even work. I'll get it. I don't know. Extra bed sheets. I don't know. It's always nice to have extra bed sheets. And then also recently, when you put the whatever that cover is, it like stretches and it always comes off. I finally spent the money. It was like $20 each piece for these sheets, but it's extra whatever length. So when you put it on, it fucking goes all the way over and it doesn't fucking pull off. So that's great. Belt keychain holder. I wear jeans often, and I keep a belt on them, and it's this titanium little thing that just like hooks onto the belt, and like you hook your keys onto it. It's really quick and easy. I spent $20 on this tiny little fucking thing. I'm not gonna show it yet. But yeah, I really like it because my keys would poke me in my pocket, or they're like deep down. I keep my AirPods, my keys, and my wallet all in the same pocket, and I keep my phone in my right pocket by itself. So when you have to dig between all that shit, it's just easier to have the keys on the outside. Adidas no tie shoes. I mean, the reason why I just put Adidas because they're the only ones that kind of look all right. You don't look like a fucking moron. None of our Adidas that look stupid with no tie, but also I just every once in a while knot comes loose, and also it's just I don't want to waste time tying my shoes. It's not like I'm fucking running or anything. Soap dispenser automatic. I bought one really cheap when Bed Bath and Beyond was going out of business. I bought it for like $15 from Simple Human, which is typically like $60 or $70. I like Simple Human, but they're really fucking expensive. Like stupidly expensive to the point in which I've never bought a single thing from them at full price unless it's at a discount. And that's actually the only thing I think I bought. I think I bought one other thing, and I just can't remember. Um, but I don't know. I like soap dispenser that's automatic. It's my thing. Dry yourself off in the shower. That's just the only thing because when you step out, you don't dry yourself off. You get yelled at because the floor's wet. But yeah, how do you about to wash your hands? The fucking people don't wash their hands. Like what the fuck? I mean, like even just like douse it with a little bit of water. I mean, something at least. Make a video on rotors. I don't remember what that's about. Oh, and then going down here, that's for videos, and then cheese blocks. I started actually getting cheese blocks and shredding them myself, and I got that thing that you have it all in the middle. That thing's fucking amazing relative to the regular cheese grater. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to clean, which is why I need to make a video and like go down the specs and see if there's a proper brand that works really easy to clean. Because that's the biggest concern with most people is that you're gonna be too lazy. Because you'll understand once I make the video. But honestly, block cheese tastes so much better, and it's slightly cheaper than pre-shredded cheese. So I recommend it highly. Cream cheese. I'm just we'll deal with that stuff later. All right, have a great day.